Hi, in this episode and Facebook Live, I want to debunk the capital growth myth in property investments. And I'm going to give you a practical demonstration. I'm using a little program called eCam. And for some reason or the other, at the moment, I can't see my comments. So I'm blind here and I'm not sure if there's anyone on. But in any case, I hope this is what I'm going to do. But before I do that, maybe we've never met before. Maybe it's the first time that you've been on one of these little Facebook Lives. My name is Dr. Hannes Dreyer. I'm the founder of the Wealth Creators Method, where we help entrepreneurs and investors and internet marketers and experts to create, to grow, and to protect their wealth. And I would love you to make comments, or to click the likes. I like these thumb up and the hearts, and maybe you can tag someone in the comments if they should watch this or this video, or if you want to spread the good news. And I hear there's something going on, but still I can't see. I've got no idea where the comments where they are at this stage. I'll see a little bit later on if I can try to sort that out. Maybe there's a button or two that I have to press, but I'm not sure. Right. So also hit the wow face. If you can hear me loud and clear, please do that. And then also, maybe if you listen to the broadcast, please give me the hearts and the likes and the wow faces, and tell me in the comments if you can hear me. Right. So if you're watching this live, or even if you're watching the rebroadcast, let me know where you're watching from in the comments. If you, I got someone yesterday from Marikana. I grew up very close to Marikana, actually. My grandparents had a small holding there, and or Worcester, or wherever you're from, it's always nice to know that. So what I'm going to do, and let me just see if there's not perhaps a way that I can try to figure out. I can see there's 4 likes and 2 wow faces, but for some crazy reason, I just want to see. Countdown. Yeah, I've got no idea why I can't see. Let me see there. Okay, I see there's Boris Janssen view, quick view. There, I've got it. So, Hanno, welcome here. Hello, Rolf. That's great. Boris, Rolf, Hanno, Boris. Okay, it seems to me that there's only 2 people that is here. But if you listen to the rebroadcast, I think this is going to be really extremely valuable. I hope that I can add immense value to you. So, but now suddenly the other little screen that I'm using, or that I want to use, is gone. But I'll get to that in just a moment. Hello, Eugene. Right, so let me quickly debunk the capital growth myth in property investment. And I'm going to give you a practical demonstration, and please follow me. It's going to be very, very quick. Yesterday or the day before, I'm not sure, I think it was yesterday, I talked about the confirmation bias, these biases that we've got. Now, a bias is basically a preconceived opinion about something or someone. But what we do not know is that these preconceived ideas that we have, they are basically instill and ingrain in our minds without us knowing. For example, this is one part of this. This is the media. This is the business time of the Sunday Times or the Business Time. And there, I think I did make something. It tells you that if you invest 1,000 rand, you should not take it out. You should put it in a preservation fund. And if you take it out, how much is going to cost you? And then if you leave it there, it's going to give you 1.14 million in 40 years' time. In other words, if you're 25 now and you start doing this, by the time that you're 45, and you're going to miss out big time, almost 600,000 rand if you don't do what they tell you to do. But what you don't know is that this is part of the programming that is happening, the system. This is our worst enemy, the financial system, the media that goes with it, the educational system. They are there to keep us poor, and we need to know this. And the only way that we can break this cycle is to become wealth creators and to take full responsibility and to know exactly what it is that we're doing. So in our mind, we've got this reticular activated system, and this little system delete, generalize, and distort information to fit with our belief system. So if you believe this nonsense, then that becomes your belief system, and you will not see the great things about property or any other type of investment, or the why you can invest in yourself and why it's actually very simple to start a business or investments basically with no money. You will not be able to see it because you don't believe it, because of this reticular. And the way that they do it is they indoctrinate us through propaganda and through the media and through all the educational systems in order to do it. So let's take a practical example in a case study. One of the things that the experts will tell us that it's location, 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 or area, 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 and you have to find the best property in the best location where there's the best possible capital growth in that area for you to become successful. And I'm telling you, Ralph, you just said it, it's because we are confoculated by the system. And the confoculation simply means if we do not know that we don't know what we're supposed to know, we're in a state of confoculation. So when you analyze a property, there are 27 variables, and the capital growth, the area, is just one portion of the 27 variables, right? So I'd like to show you that you can invest in a property if on condition that it's the right property that can outperform any property, even in the best of areas, because you're looking for the right property. You're not looking for the right area. Everyone tells you go for the area. I'm telling you that's nonsense. That is part of the belief system. Right. So now let me show you, and let's quickly have a look at some of the results. In order to do that, I need to change, and I need to go to this little page. Right. So here we go. As you can see, this specific property, let's scroll up in year 10. There's 1.6 million equity in this property. The investment in equal is 12,000 per year or 1,000 rand per month. And the growth on that then is 45.61%. I've taken tax into consideration. Every single thing that you can imagine, I've taken into consideration. But here's what I'd like to show you. If we go to edit this property and we go to the capital growth rate, and now I have to remove this, then we can see that the capital growth rate is 0. In other words, this property is not, there is absolutely no 2 million now, 10 million, 10 years from now, and still 2 million. I'm still selling it for the same price. 40 years from now, I'm still selling it for the same. I think I've lost you there for a moment. The growth on that is going to be 45%. Now, compare this after 40 years on 1.1 million, and you've already got more than that. Let's go back there and let me continue with that, because I think this is absolutely fascinating. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say save this property, view the assessment. I'm going to blow this. First of all, let's go to 10 years, blow it up so that we can all see this. And now I have to move this away so that we can get to the 45%. But that's not actually what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you 1.6 million. In other words, within 10 years, we're sitting with more, let's call it equity, than in this reservation fund. But here's the best part. Here's the best part. If I look at year 11, in terms of the income that you're going to generate from this property after all cost, right, before tax, we're going to find it's 747,000. Of course, if you're at a 41% marginal rate, it means that you're going to pay 306,000 Rand additional tax if we take that at the marginal rate. But it's still 36,000 Rand after tax that you're going to receive. Next year, you're going to get yourself an increase in year 12 to 39,000. The year after that to 43,000. So I really want to stress it, that we need to take responsibility to make sure that we understand what is investment and that we don't listen to just anyone. Okay, and I think this was my little, let's call it my little rant for today. Okay, so how do you go about in this thing, if I can perhaps help you? The first thing is make sure that you understand your financial freedom growth rate. In other words, you need to know what your financial freedom growth rate is. The second thing is you only invest in properties where your investment growth rate is higher than your financial freedom growth rate. Your financial freedom growth rate is basically your goal. That is the benchmark. And because you've got a system, and you have to follow a system, because those variables, if you try to figure this out without a system, it is simply not possible. We will not be able to do it. Now, another way that I can help you and that I'm going to help you is I'm going to start a new business or a new investment, basically with no money, no database. When I started, I had no idea, but now I've got an idea, and I'm going to grow this through Facebook marketing into a 7-figure business in definitely less than a year. But I'm going to try to go for 100 days. In the process, I'd like to get at least 100,000 new Facebook followers with a new page, because I see that experts start something and they're not experts. They don't even know how to make use of social media. And I'm going to have a series of webinars. If you want to join, simply in the comments say to me, please invite me if you haven't done so. I know that Ralph, you've already done it. Eugene, you've already done it. Boris, I think, Hanno, you've already done it. So if someone listened to the rebroadcast and you want to be included, just mention that and say, please invite me, and I'm going to do so. Right? And then also what I'd like to do is to take a couple of people, like 10 people with me on this journey in order to break their confirmation biases and all the other biases that they may have. Now, Boris says, yes, please. And I see Boris there says, maybe, Boris, what I can do, I'll come back to this just now, is to try to do that. And I'll come back to that comment just now, because I think maybe we can help each other. And Boris, I'm so glad that you already got some results as well. And Boris again says, me. Boris, you already included. Okay, so here we go. It's not for everyone. So if you're an excuse maker and, if you get people that is simply, they've got 200 million excuses, and then it's not going to be for you. If you're a doubler instead of a doer, in other words, you try anything, but you actually don't do anything, it's not going to, I will not be able to invite you. And then also, if you need to reinvent the wheel, and you can't follow instructions, in other words, you know better than most other people, then of course it's not going to be for you. So please, if you want to follow this, like Boris say perhaps me, or invite me, or whatever the case may be. The last thing that I want to do is I'd like to give you feedback on one of the habits that I've got, and that is, I try to get my heart rate. So that is not the page where I want to be. I'd like to go there. And we're in April, and today I think is the 26th. So if we go there, we'll see that my heart rate for this morning for 31 minutes were above 146 beats per minute. Right. And basically, I think that is what I wanted to tell you. Boris says, hi, Honest, thanks for the special offer that you gave me yesterday of 90% off on the Financial Freedom course. I enjoyed the course a lot, and now that I know my Financial Freedom growth rate, I need, I can't see, let me put it up, that I need on my investment business in one day to be financially free. Boris, that's the whole thing. That's the reason why we do it. Because unless you've going to have that benchmark, then there's absolutely, there's absolutely no ways that you can go. And maybe if someone else wants the same deal, even on the rebroadcast, simply put in their FFP, Financial Planner, or write out Financial Freedom Planner. We'll send you a link and then give you like a 90% discount. And the whole process to get that 90% out and off the normal price. And I'm going to do this for, as long as I'm preparing to do the webinar. So I think the webinar is going to be next week. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I want to do. Right. So I think I've answered each and every one. Rolf, Confoculation, Eugene, you from Pretoria. Boris, you from Joburg. Hanno, you from Centurion. Rolf gave me a like. I don't see any hearts. Why don't you press that heart button so that I can quickly check that? Please, right. And then I think that's not what I wanted to see. And then, so thank you very much for watching this broadcast. And if you will let me know in the comment section, if there's anything that you are interested in or that you think that we can discuss, or on this, maybe that you did not understand, or anything, please leave that in the comment section. Also, please share this with other people. Maybe if you want to know how to turn an idea into a 7-figure business or monetize your inner expertise, then make sure that you're going to follow me. And really, there's something that I'd like to show over the windows. There, I've got it. And then thanks so much for watching this. And then let me quickly see. Yeah, there we are. So thanks for watching, and share this with others. And I will see you then in another Wealth Nugget episode. Thanks so much for watching.